Welcome back for another video of Outdoor Skills 101 from Backpacks to Bears. My name is Jordan. I'm a senior trip leader for the Outdoor Adventures program, and today we're going to be going over how to cook in the outdoors. So now that you've picked your campsite, it's time to plan for your meals. Remember, planning is everything. Know what meals you're making for each day. Ensure your meals are also nutrient-rich foods. You're going to need those calories and nutrients every day for your camping. If you plan on having a day filled with lots of activity or you're camping in a cold environment, you might also want to plan your meals accordingly. If you're going to be staying in cold weather, hot, calorie-filled meals are going to be the way to go. If it's going to be really hot weather, maybe lighter, cooler meals will be more suitable. If you're going to be having high levels of activity each day, remember that calories and nutrients are essential. And remember, camping is not the place to start a new diet. Calories are important and necessary for physical and mental stability while camping in the outdoors. If you plan on having an ice chest or cooler available while camping, food prepping may be the way to go. This will definitely save you time and space in the long run. Pre-cut your veggies. You won't have to bring more cooking supplies like knives and cutting boards to do it when you get to your campsite. You also won't have to wash more dishes. But remember, don't cut them too early or they'll go bad before you leave for your trip. So prep your food as close to the time that you're planning on leaving to ensure that they're still fresh and ready to be eaten. Only do this if you have a cool place to store your foods too. So remember, bring an ice chest, bring a cooler to bring all of your prepped foods in. Another thing to keep in mind is that one-pot meals are a great way to conserve space and your resources. If you're going on a group trip, keep in mind any dietary restrictions and maybe bring an extra pot or pan to accommodate for those. Separate your spices and veggies for a given meal into separate bags and then place those in a larger bag to have everything handy when you're cooking. Also, consolidate your food. Take bags out of boxes, portion out spices and ingredients to only what you need, and remember, snacks can be free floating in your bag. So now I'm sure you're all wondering, what's the difference between backpacking cooking and camping cooking? Well, if you're backpacking, definitely take more consideration into food prep and consolidation. Obviously, the less, the better. You're going to be carrying all of that with you, and you won't have a cooler to save any fresh veg or fruits to snack on the way. Collapsible backpacking stoves are definitely an option to go for. They're small, compactable, and lightweight so that they won't take up too much space or weigh too much while you're taking them in your backpack. Needing to consolidate your food and utilizing a one-pot method is also crucial when backpacking. You can't have any perishable foods, and dehydrated meals are definitely recommended. You don't want to be taking a larger cooler full of produce out backpacking. That just won't work. Here I have a couple examples of some backpacking meals. This is a Mountain House brand, and this is Backpacker's Pantry. For these, all you have to do is add boiling water, let them sit, and they're ready to go. These are packed with calories and nutrients and will definitely keep you going and replenish you after a long day of hiking. When you're car camping, you have the ability to bring more equipment with you, i.e. a larger stove, a propane tank, more cooking supplies, a cooler, etc. So you have more leeway. So meal prep is still recommended, but not as necessary as with backpacking. So you can prep your veggies for any day trips and whatnot when you're car camping. When you're car camping, you can also bring a 2-burner stovetop, which you can't really do while you're backpacking. So finally, how much do you bring when camping? Well, that depends. For short, mild trips in average weather, you're looking at maybe 1 to 1.5 pounds of food per person per day. That's about 2,000 to 3,000 calories. Anytime you're in the outdoors, you're definitely going to aim a little higher than what you eat or what your calorie intake is on a normal day. You're going to be having a lot of activity, different weather, and that's definitely something to account for. In cooler weather and moderately strenuous activity, 1.75 to 2 pounds of food per person per day, or 3,000 to 3,500 calories is pretty suitable. For cold weather and strenuous activity, 2 to 2.5 pounds per person per day, which is 3,500 to 4,500 calories per person per day, is what you're looking at is going to be suitable. For very cold weather and very strenuous activity, you're looking at 2 or 2.5 pounds of food per person per day. That's 4,000 to 5,000 calories. Now, some people might be a little nervous at this, that this isn't the normal calorie intake that they have, but remember that your activity levels are going to be heightened, and thus you're going to need more calorie intake. So thanks for tuning in for this week's episode of Outdoor Skills 101 from Backpacks to Bears. Stay tuned for next week's video on how to backpack. See you!